Here we go, here we go. 10-2 stop. I know he ain't got it. Shoot.
Now Tomlinson on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to get it to Harbin, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Ito Smith, his first carry. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Let's go. 15,
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Tomlinson. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Let's phrase this delicately, okay? Might have had a better option instead of throwing the football into double coverage.
He was blanketed. I was surprised that he went his direction.
Yeah, should have thought maybe about the check down. Take the completion, keep moving.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. From 4 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. After the penalty, it's Smith. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, let's get second.
Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one's complete to Tomlinson. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4.
They'll hand this to Tomlinson running right. And he's got some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. He was trying to get it to Harbin that time. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it because when you...
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 32 on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Vick. He completes it to Julio Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down. Six nothing our score after 1.
With the score, Chargers 6, Falcons nothing.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now here's Vick. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here we go now with Smith. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Ito Smith, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
All day, just like that. Just like that.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator. 25. Target. Hit it.
2nd and 10. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, they'll force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett making his presence felt. He gets the sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He got 29 yards that time. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A give to Smith out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, Vick. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Come on,
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Running right, this is Tomlinson. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Tomlinson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
60 Pittsburgh. 80 weapons.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
Blue draw Corkers.
Check my 45. Focus, defense, focus. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. I got one.
Ready.
2nd and 5. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Now.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it in midfield. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Vick now from the 50. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Vick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 2nd down, it's Smith. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Yeah, baby. Boom. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Operating from the gun, Vick, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Falcons push further out in front.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
And the kick here no good, but a penalty flag is down. Looks like he got run into. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
go now.
The Charger drive about to get going. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. I got you. I got you.
Greystone travel.
Alert 3. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip.
Big river. Big river.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this one complete to Virgil Green. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
First down.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
At the 28-yard line.
Check 45's the mic. Check 45's the mic. Watch the screen. Pass. Quick the edge. Quick the edge.
Hey, wahoo. Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Let's go now.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
It's caught inside the 25. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
Ready? Right. Launch 49.
Yeah.
On third down, Vic. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10. Now a give, right side. Tomlinson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Tomlinson. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
X3, 218, chopper.
They'll run on first down. Tomlinson, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score. Extra point by Badgley up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He's looking for Ridley again, and that'll make it third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. They've got his man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Again, it's Smith. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Perry comes flying in for the sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. Different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, Vick. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go again to Tomlinson. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Protein spill.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's got his man here. It's Green. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard.
17 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
45's the mic. I don't think you got it, son. Check.
6-6. Pull it high.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Big grip.
They'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 22 yards, and that's also where they snapped it from, the 22.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
45.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Vic Jones has it. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 3rd down, Vic, and finding Proen. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. On play action, Vic. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw, Vic. And the pressure gets to him again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vic incomplete. It was knocked away. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here we go.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready?
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you can.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 73 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts.
Topper! Topper!
They'll run. Tomlinson. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Second and goal from inside the 5. On second down, Eckler. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So it's third and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more?
You better be afraid of me. Check 13. Check 13.
Tomlinson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the fourth quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for him. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always...
Oh, no, he lost the football. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Now it's Tomlinson. Now he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run, and the Chargers are going to retake the lead.
Did you see them hold up 4 fingers to the start of the 4th quarter?
They were ready.
They were definitely ready. They may or may not have done that, but they certainly played that way. The 4th quarter has belonged to them, and now the lead belongs to them as well.
This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. 36 yards. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Vick readies to throw. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a 1st down for the Falcons. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Vick now. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Casey Hayward. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They go play action here on first down. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Grady Jarrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Here's Tomlinson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck,